Dear students, in this session, let us discuss about the applications of the solubility product principle. These are some of the applications which we are going to discuss about today. Determination of solubilities of sparingly soluble salt, predicting precipitation reaction, fractional precipitation, preferential precipitation of insoluble salt, precipitation of soluble salt, purification of soluble salt and salting out of soap, inorganic analysis, precipitation of sulfides, precipitation of hydroxides, other precipitation reactions, dissolution of precipitates of phosphates, carbonates, sulfides, etc. So in the first application, determination of solubilities of sparingly soluble salt. So here, suppose if a sparingly soluble salt like sodium, like silver chloride is given by S mole per liter, since the concentration is very small, it is considered as completely dissociated, so that concentration of silver and chloride ions will be S mole per liter each. Therefore, the solubility product KSP of silver chloride will be given by KSP equal to active mass of Ag plus and active mass of Cl minus, which will be taken as S means it will be S square. Therefore, S will be taken as K active mass of KSP divided by half. The solubility product of silver chloride at a given temperature is determined by using silver chloride solution and solution of potassium chloride of known concentration A and B moles per liter. Therefore, the concentration of Ag plus ion in the solution, which is produced by the dissociation of part of AgCl, that is silver chloride, which dissolves in water, can be determined by EMF method. Suppose it is A moles per liter, then the concentration of Cl minus in the solution will be A plus B moles per liter due to AgCl and KCl solution both. Therefore, the solubility product KSP will be given by KSP equal to A into A plus B. Since A and B are known, hence the solubility product of silver chloride AgCl will be equal to active mass of KSP divided by half moles per liter. In the second application, it is the predicting precipitation reaction. With the knowledge of solubility product of sparingly soluble salt, it can be predicted under what condition the substance could be precipitated out or not. A substance is known to precipitate when the ionic product exceeds the solubility product of the substance. Say for example, if we take 25 ml of 0.01 silver nitrate solution, when mixed with 25 ml of 0.005 m aqueous sodium chloride solution, we can determine if the precipitate of silver chloride will be formed or not. Given solubility product of silver chloride is equal to 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 10 m2. Since the volume of solution after mixing is double and silver nitrate and sodium chloride are strong electrolyte which are completely dissociated in solution, we have Ag plus is equal to half 0.01 m, which will be equal to 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 m. Cl is equal to 1 divided by 2005 m, which will be 2.25 into 10 raised to minus 4 m. Since the ionic product is greater than the solubility product, the precipitate of silver chloride will be formed. In the next application, fractional precipitation, we are considering aqueous solution of potassium chloride and potassium iodide to which silver nitrate solution is added. Here, solubility product of silver iodide is less than solubility product of silver chloride. Hence, solubility product of silver chloride will be exceeded and that of silver iodide will be precipitated. First, Ag plus I minus, which will be given as AgI. Its solubility product is 0.94 into 10 raised to minus 16. Ag plus Cl minus AgCl, its solubility product is 1.56 into 10 raised to minus 10. Therefore, silver iodide will start precipitating out when I minus is approximately 1 millionth part of Cl minus. Here, silver chloride will precipitate only when the active mass of Ag plus is greater than the value given below. So, in the fourth application, preferential precipitation of an insoluble salt. Silver chloride is insoluble or sparingly soluble. To be accurate, so is silver iodide. Here, question arises, what will happen when a potassium iodide solution is added to silver chloride? Here, whether the precipitate of silver chloride is changed into precipitate of silver iodide or not. Here, the answer is solubility product of silver chloride is equal to active mass of Ag plus and active mass of Cl minus, which will be equal to 1.56 into 10 raised to minus 10. And active mass, solubility product of silver iodide is active mass of Ag plus and active mass of I minus, which is 0.94 into 10 raised to minus 10. So, Cl minus divided by I minus, which will give 1.66 into 10 raised to 6. At equilibrium, the concentration of Cl ions in solution is more than the million times greater than that of I minus, so that they remain in the solution and they removed as silver iodide. It means that the reaction proceeds virtually to complete towards the right. As a rule, the compound with lower solubility product gets precipitated in preference. Silver iodide has a lower solubility product than the silver chloride. Therefore, the former gets precipitated for preference to the latter. Fifth application, precipitation of soluble salt. In the purification of, say, common salt sodium chloride, the principle of solubility product is applicable. That is, the salts in a pure state form saturated solution, which we call it as sorting out, which is commonly used in the purification of sodium chloride. Say, for example, while preparing a saturated solution of commercial sodium chloride in water, we will get sodium chloride saturated solution equal to Na plus aqua Cl minus, and the solubility product can be given as active mass of Na plus into active mass of Cl minus. HCl gas, if it is passed through this solution, the concentration of Cl minus increases considerably, and hence the ionic product exceeds the concentration solubility product of sodium chloride. Therefore, it precipitated out in the solution in pure state. The soluble impurities remain in the solution. And next application is salting out of soap. The same principle is made use of in the salting out of soap also. Usually, soaps are sodium salts of stearic acid. So, there exists equilibrium for this sodium salt of stearic acid. Some sodium chloride is added to it. Therefore, the Na plus ion concentration increases. Hence, the ionic product exceeds the concentration solubility product of sodium stearate. Therefore, the soap separates out from the solution. Lastly, inorganic analysis. This is a very important application of solubility product in inorganic application. That is, precipitation of some of the sulfides, especially hydrogen sulfide is a weak acid, and its dissociation is suppressed by the addition of dilute hydrochloric acid, that is common due to common ion effect. And therefore, the concentration of S2 minus ion, which was already small, becomes still smaller. Even then, that required for the solubility products of sulfides of copper, cadmium, bismuth, arsenic, antimony, tin, etc. to be exceeded. Therefore, the cations get precipitated as sulfides in acidic solution, especially in the second group of qualitative analysis. Therefore, the solubility products of sulfides of nickel, cobalt, manganese, zinc are comparatively higher. The sulfide ion concentration in presence of hydrochloric acid is smaller than that required to cause their precipitation. These cations, they do not get precipitated in group 2. Hence, since they require large concentration of sulfide ions, a highly ionized sulfide such as ammonium sulfide is added. Same thing as passing through hydrogen sulfide through ammoniacal solution. Since the product of zinc Zn plus 2 Sn2 S2 minus, for example, in the solution exceeds the solubility product of zinc sulfide, therefore zinc sulfide is precipitated. Similarly, the sulfides of nickel, cobalt, manganese will also appear in group 4 qualitative analysis gets precipitated. The solubility product of cadmium sulfide is greater than that of the solubility of the other sulfides of the second group. Therefore, sulfide ion concentration in this case should not be made very low. In other words, excess of hydrochloric acid should be avoided, or the solution should be diluted before passing hydrogen sulfide for the detection of Cd plus 2 in the second group of qualitative analysis. Thank you.